Iroquois Nation.
The Iroquois League, also known as the Iroquois Confederacy, is a prime example of Native American political wizardry that deserves applause. These folks played the unity game way before the Europeans crashed the party. Imagine a scene from the historical past, circa 1450, when 5 prominent Iroquoian tribes, namely the Mohawk, Oneida, Onondaga, Cayuga, and Seneca, wisely resolved to set aside their divergences and merge in the region south of the Great Lakes. Their remarkable decision materialized as they conceived of forming a confederacy, a genuinely exceptional union of tribes akin to a league of extraordinary entities. Their grand plan was to handle internal disputes like adults and fend off pesky outsiders together. And it worked. The Iroquois League had it going on with their highly egalitarian society, where each tribe had autonomy but worked together on everyday stuff. Picture a council of 50 wise folks representing all 5 tribes gathered round the fire to settle disputes and make harmonious decisions. No drama, no heated arguments, just smooth sailing all the way. And guess what? This harmony at home meant they could focus on expanding their territory and increasing their population. It's like they were the original gangsters of multitasking. The juiciest part was their political game was on point. As European settlers started swarming in like hungry seagulls at a picnic, the Iroquois League said, "Hold up, we got this." They knew how to navigate the European power play like a seasoned chef dancing around hot pans. These Iroquois cats played the French against the British, juggling them like hot potatoes. They knew their strategic location between Pennsylvania and New York gave them an edge, and they milked it for all it was worth. The result was a favorable outcomes in negotiations with the colonial bigwigs. And listen, they weren't just sitting back and sipping maple syrup, they were right in the thick of it, meditating and forming alliances between European and Native American factions. Talk about networking skills. The Iroquois League was making waves and shaping early American history like the badass influencer they were. But we must recognize the lessons learned from their story. In today's world, where diverse communities struggle to work together, the Iroquois League shows us how it's done: cooperation, consensus building, and conflict resolution like pros. Their diplomatic finesse is a textbook example of how small groups can stand tall in the face of complex geopolitics. Modern diplomats take notes because these guys knew how to navigate tricky waters. Let's not overlook that they didn't speak for all 5 tribes. Not every decision was a unanimous victory dance. Looking back, we must remember that not all findings were perfect, and not all tribes may have felt love equally. Ultimately, even though they were a diplomatic powerhouse, the European steamroller couldn't be stopped. Land and autonomy were lost, and the Iroquois League faced the harsh reality of colonial domination. Nevertheless, the Iroquois League's legacy is etched into the very fabric of North American history. Their unity, diplomacy, and endurance model have a lot to teach us today.